Mm. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. How are you guys doing tonight? I am just hopping on to talk about this viral video that I have right now. Hey, Easy Mom Life. I'm just hopping on to talk about this video that I made. I sound like everybody else. I did not expect it to go viral. I posted it earlier today and it's got 100,000 views. Hey, she is becoming, and it's got like 100,000 views. I wasn't, I throw up videos, and I'm always shocked. Like when at the ones that got 100,000 views, like what the hell? And it was really just a story of me and my ex-husband and why we ended up divorced. And it was not a sad story. Like I was not telling the video, I was not telling the story for like sympathy or to bash men or anything like that. In fact, in the video, I literally said, "Thank you for the badge." I literally said in the video, "Don't feel sorry for me." Like this is not a sad story. It was just what happened, but it wasn't like I was bashing my ex-husband. It wasn't like I was bashing men. It wasn't any of that. It was just telling women that when you don't take care of yourself, there's a real possibility that the marriage could end. Literally, that was the whole point of the video. Hey, sweet pie. And so that was the whole point of the video. There was nothing, I don't know. It was like so weird the take that so many people had about the video. And I have blocked men all day long. I've had to block black men literally all day long. I know I have blocked at least 100 black men today that have just been like so incredibly negative. And the video literally was not bashing black men. It was just a video that was telling women to put themselves first, or not necessarily to put themselves first, but not to solely focus on a man. That's it. Don't solely focus on your husband. Make sure that if you're married, you're taking care of yourself and doing what you need to do in addition to everything else that you're going to do. That's it. The whole video, I talked about how I supported him, but I also did what I needed to do to take care of me. So the whole video was like, I helped him do this while I did this. He was doing this, I was doing this. So I helped him do this, but I also did this for myself. The whole video is me talking about how I supported him, but I also took care of me. Like, that's the whole video. And then at the end of the video, I'm like, and he decided to leave. But don't feel sorry for me because I'm okay, because I also took care of me. Like that it's not one of the pin videos, but it's got 100,000 views right now. I just posted it this morning. So it's like the second or third video on my page. So, and it's kind of like a rebuttal. They got comprehension skills. They literally have comprehension skills, because the video just was saying that if you take care of your man, take care of yourself too. Don't just take care of your man, take care of yourself too. That's it. Take care of both of y'all. And just be careful about building with somebody. If you're going to build with a man, you need to make sure that you are taking care of yourself also. That's it. And the thing is, my ex-husband knows that I make these videos telling the story, and he's fine with it, because 107,000. See, I'm just shocked that it's got that many views, because it's not that. Maybe because I have the audacity to get on this app and actually tell the story about what happened and how it happened. And the whole video is just me being like very factual about what happened. This is what happened. I helped him study. I made sure that he was in school. I made sure that he was successful. I did all of the things that I needed to do in order to, I did all of the things that I needed to do to make sure that he was good. So it's just really weird that people came in and took that so negatively, because I'm saying I'm being a good wife. I'm doing what I'm supposed to do for my husband. I'm doing all the things, but he met somebody else and didn't want to be married anymore. And we got a divorce. But I'm not sad because we were married. And so I've made plenty of videos about making sure that you are married. Can I ask a question? Yeah, of course you can ask a question. Yeah, when he hit six figures, that's when he felt like, he just intentional. Go ahead and ask your question. When he got that six-figure job, I think is when he really felt like, he was a part of the 1% or the whatever the percent is, and like he deserved a different life and he deserved a different spouse is really what I believe. And so he felt like he was going to go out there and find this. Why sue the mistress? I never sued the mistress. When they get that title or that money, they switch. That's exactly what happened. So I didn't sue the mistress. It was written in my divorce decree. He paid me not to sue him. So I didn't sue anybody. But it's in my divorce decree that I can't, and I get paid extra money to not sue anybody. I would have sued her, but I didn't sue her. Fuck that. Woo. Let me stop before I get let me not cuss. I said I can't cuss. Oh yes, he's definitely apologetic. And he's very remorseful. He wishes that he had handled things differently. And yeah, and we get along great. We get along really well. Like we really get along well. So but he's very apologetic. I want to study instructional design. Don't know where to start. I don't know what to tell you. That was years ago. I'm not even sure that it exists like that anymore. It's about a viral video that I had about me supporting my husband, and then somebody said, can y'all reconcile or is he dead? Neither. He's not dead and we're not going to reconcile. We get along great, but we're not getting back together. Why would you have sued her though? He took the vows. Because the law says I can. That's why. And she had enough money that suing her would have been profitable for me. I mean, it's real simple. I don't understand what y'all don't understand about that. In the state of North Carolina, we have alienation of affection law. So if somebody is married and they have an affair, you can sue the other woman. And so I was going to sue anybody that I wanted to, and I was going to drag everybody into court. So that's just the law in North Carolina. So because that's how the law is written, I was going to sue everybody. And he was like, he didn't want to go through that hassle. And he sends me extra. He wrote it in the divorce decree that I cannot sue. And he sends me extra money, as a part of the settlement. So I didn't sue, but I would have. How long did they last? A few months. I was ready to move on. Like when he was like, I don't want to be married anymore, I'm not going to drag some man to counseling and convince him to stay married to me. So when he was like, I don't want to be married anymore, I was like, fine. We don't have to be married. We got all of these assets and stuff. We need to figure out how we're going to break this up. And then I was like, yeah, but I'm going to sue every damn body. And he was like, no, don't sue anybody. I'll pay you extra not to sue. And that was the end of the shit. We wrote the divorce decree up and everybody went on with their life. And it's been fine. I mean, it's really been fine. So the video was not even, honey, when he left, my life got amazing. When he left, my life literally got amazing. My business started doing well. I felt like I had a weight that was lifted off of my shoulders because he wasn't happy. So he was free to have the same kind of life that he wanted. I went on with my life. It was fun. Yeah, that's exactly. Tiara, exactly. The same energy that I put into him, I put into my business. We went from doing $100,000 or $200,000 a year to over $1 million. Like y'all can Google me and see like this story I have told over and over. So us breaking up was not like my life didn't just fall apart and I never was able to get it back together. Germany was amazing. Germany was amazing. My husband kept in contact with someone he was messing around with in Germany. Germany was a very interesting time for my marriage. It almost literally fell apart while we were in Germany. And when we came back, and people like anybody affiliated with the military kind of understands this. So the marriage almost fell apart while we were in Germany. And then when we came back to the States, we sat down and we said, okay, we're going to make this work. We're going to like really try to make it work. And so we came back from Germany like in 2005 or 6. So something along those lines. And so we were together 15 years, after we got back from Germany before it actually fell apart. How has he responded to the newly freed and successful Deshaun? How I am now is very similar to how I was when he and I started dating. So he and I get along really well now because I moved on with my life. Like I didn't hold on to a whole lot of, I have my own business. I have a home fragrance company, Southern Elegance Candle Company. And I started the company right when we were going through our divorce. But so I didn't hold any like anger or resentment. My money hit the bank twice a month. So there's nothing for me to be angry about. He sent me my money. We don't argue. You send me my money, we're good. So I started going out. I started hanging out. I started having a good time. And when we get together, I'm laughing, joking. He and I still have inside jokes. We were together for 20 plus years. So we still can kind of look at each other and know what each other is thinking and have an insight. We get along incredibly well. But it took us a couple of years to get to this point, and it took me really pushing the issue, saying, hey, we're going to get along for the sake of our son. So to the person that asked, do we have kids? We have one son. I had my son at 40, and so I'm 52 now, so my son is 12. Seems to me like you hadn't gotten over him because you keep talking about him. I keep talking about him in the context of my life story so that other women cannot make the mistakes that I made, and so that other women can understand that what they are experiencing is not unique. And so this whole thing about being cheated on and, your husband leaving you for another woman, it happens way more than people talk about. So I tell my story so that other women will know that they are not alone, not because I want him back. There's no way that me and my ex-husband are going to get back together, but we are really good friends. Like the whole point of everything of this whole channel and me telling my story is to let women know that you can go through this traumatic experience and still come out on the other side and be okay and get along with the person that, you were married to. It doesn't have to be anger and resentment forever. So there's no way for me to tell my story without telling about my ex-husband. Like, that's just what it is. And the other part is those are the videos that go viral. So I talk about a lot of stuff on here, but the videos that usually catch people's attention are the stories about how me and my ex-husband transitioned through this traumatic event and got to the other side, because there are so many people experiencing it. So women comment, because if you go through the comments, it's a lot of people saying this happened to me, and they want to know, how did I get through it? Why am I not angry? How do we co-parent? They just want to know, how am I able to do it? Because they want to somebody, I did too. But how did I move past those feelings? So we're definitely never getting back together. and we co-parent well. I mean, it's just, we spent 20 years together. So there's no way. I'm 52. Me and him spent 22 years together. That's like half of my life. So how can I talk about anything that I've experienced in life without talking about him? Because he's been with me the vast majority of my adulthood. If I turn to, and let's just say I turned to an adult at 18, I met him at 28. So that means I was 10 years as an adult. The next 22 years I was with him. And then we've been divorced 5. So how can I talk about my life without talking about him? So, but that's just a man wanting to come in and think that they are so important, but they're not. The point is for us to relate to one another and be encouraged. Exactly. Yes, you can, but I don't want to do anything. I have to, because we have a son. And so my son is 12 now. He was 8 when we were going through the initial phases of the divorce. I did not hide anything from my son. He knows exactly why the marriage fell apart. So I decided that no, he's never tried to get back with me. No, he's not remarried. So yeah. So how does your son feel about the divorce? My son, okay, so children are very resilient. And what happens is their reality just becomes their reality. And so if you live in the country, your life becomes country. If you live in the city, your life is in the city. You know what I'm saying? So right now I live in the country. We don't have fancy restaurants and malls. You know what I'm saying? So I don't go to that stuff. So it's all that he really knows. Does it affect it? Shit, it's hard to goddamn tell, because kids, little boys are crazy as hell any damn way. I'm sure it's affected him some kind of way, but maybe, I guess he's getting ready to hit puberty, and we'll probably end up putting him in therapy just to like manage puberty and this whole thing. But it's hard to tell when it's your reality. You know what I'm saying? So he spent 2 weeks with me, 2 weeks with his dad. That's been his reality for years. That's what he knows. Me and my ex live down the street from each other. He goes between the two homes freely. It's just that 2 weeks he's with his dad, but he might be with me. 2 weeks he's with me, but he might be with his dad. You know what I'm saying? Like, he flows freely between the two homes, and we live close to each other. So if he's bad, if he's misbehaving, is it because, we living in two different houses, or is it because he's fucking going through puberty and doing dumb shit that little boys do? So it's just kind of hard to tell. But if it gets to the point where his behavior is so egregious, we will just get him therapy and let the therapist kind of sort through it. But he's very typical of children his age. So, if that's just hard to, girl, I'm going to tell you why he didn't. I packed my son up one day and took him to his house and dropped him off. I said, baby, you are not going to make me a single mother. Now, you might divorce me, but you're not going to make me a single mom. You are going to be in your child's life. And I packed my son up, his clothes, and took him to his daddy's house. And I said, I'll see y'all later. And then I turned my damn phone off. Motherfucker couldn't call me, couldn't text me, nothing. After a month, he called me and was like, hey, we need to talk. I said, oh, okay, what are we talking about? How we gonna do this? Oh, okay. And so that's when we decided 2 weeks on, 2 weeks off. But one thing, I was like, you will have full custody before I do. So we can work this out, or you can have him. One of the two. And I talk to my son about that all the time. I tell him, if at any point in time you want to go live with your father, you just let me know. I am not going to hold you from going to stay with him. I am not going to do it. I chose that man to be my baby daddy. I chose him. I'm one of the few people that would get on here and be like, hell yeah, that was a decision I made. I'm 10 toes on it. I chose that man to be my son's father, and he is doing a phenomenal job. If my son wants to go live with his dad, I'm going to pack his ass up and take him right over there and be like, hey, he wants to come stay with you. So I'm just saying, my ex has full custody of our son. Best decision. It humbled him. Yes, it does. So it's good he didn't run and hide. Honey, where he gonna go in 2023? This ain't the damn 1950s, motherfucker. You gotta file some taxes. He got a 6-figure job. He not quitting that job just to spite me. Like, I don't care how much he's angry, how much or whatever he's feeling. He makes a whole lot of money. He not quitting that job to run from responsibility. Like, he just not, he's not stupid. You know what I'm saying? So as long as he working, I'll find him. I don't give a damn if I have to go to Alaska, motherfucker, hear your kid. So I'm just saying, yeah, some of y'all choose horrible baby daddies. And that's what the problem is. Y'all choose these sorry ass baby daddies. Y'all choose these sorry ass men. And then that's why I said, don't feel sorry for me. When I met him, he was living in the barracks and I was like, oh, he has potential. I'm marrying him. I am marrying him. So when we divorced, the attorney was like, this is what you're entitled to, ma'am. I wasn't a girlfriend. I was the wife. So even though I put my stuff on hold, my checks hit the bank on the 1st and the 15th. When he get paid, I get paid. And that's why I said, don't be sad for me. Don't be sad for me. And while he was doing his thing and I was building him up, I said every time, shit, I'm studying for his degree and my damn degree. We both getting degrees so that I can do what I needed to do. Yeah, I had to quit my job, but he got to send me money. So I chose him to be my husband. I made those decisions to lift him up. And my whole video was like, this is just a cautionary tale. I didn't say don't do this. I'm like, this is just a cautionary tale. This is what's happening. Don't put your whole life on the line for a man because he might leave. Make sure you're taking care of yourself. That was what I said in the video. But I never said, oh, woe is me and I can't believe this happened to me and this motherfucker ain't shit. I ain't never said nothing like that. I said he is a phenomenal baby daddy. And my checks hit the bank. I get part of that retirement and I get plenty of child support. I get more child support than most of y'all make. I don't have, and I got my company. And I just started another business. I don't have anything to be sad about, but I also didn't choose a deadbeat. Like I didn't choose it. I didn't try to build up a deadbeat. I was like, okay, this guy's smart. He has a computer science degree. He does something in cybersecurity or some shit, like some really smart stuff. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't choose a man that was a bad partner. He was a decent husband the majority of the time that we were married. It's just that at the end he made bad decisions and I was like, I'm gonna just let you go. I'm not gonna fight you, to be married. I don't think he expected that, but it is what it is. But at the end of the day, I took care of myself. I took care of myself by choosing a good husband for the majority of the time. He was a good father. He was a good provider. He was even-tempered until the end. And at the end, he wasn't the things that, it just didn't go the way that we thought it was going to go. And then everybody moved on with their life. That's it. Like, I don't understand how you can, take any of the video and misconstrue it. Like I said, hundreds, I know I have blocked 100 black men, but those black men are also black men that would never make 6 figures, would never be able to be the sole provider. Those are the men that, probably behind on the child support and working under the table. Those are the men that I'm having to block because they in there, why he got to send you money. Motherfucker, if you asking why he got to send me money, that means you don't have enough money to have to send to somebody. You ain't never been in a relationship long enough that you would have to know what the law is. Therefore, we cannot have any conversation. You know what I'm saying? Like, There are levels to this. Everybody like to come in and think that we all on the same level. No, baby, we not on the same level. Because if you're saying why he got to send you money, you ain't got no money. Like, you don't have enough money that the judge would be like, sir, we need to send you got to send her something because y'all were married so long. So just telling this conversation's out of there. Girl, let me tell you something. My best friend stopped me from doing something because it was a dude in my comments that made a whole bunch of comments. And I started to tell him, sir, we are not in the tax bracket. My advice is you and your wife, because he actually made a TikTok with his wife. I started saying, all of these standards that you got, 5'3", 150 pounds, and a good pH. The motherfucker actually said you got to have a good pH. I made a rebuttal video and I said, why don't we ask your wife? And then I tagged his wife and put her in the damn video. Why don't we ask your wife how much she weigh? And she looking like a damn Oompa Loompa. And what her kitty cat smelling like. If it's fishy or if it's fresh. And my best friend called me in the middle of me recording that video and was like, yeah. When I told her what I was doing, she was like, please do not post that video. Do not embarrass that man's wife because she did not do anything to you. She did not. I said, okay, you're right. She ain't do nothing to me. So I didn't do it. I left the comment just in case he want to double back. Now, if he double back, I'm going to post that video and be like, I'm going to need to know the pH of this one right here. And then I'm going to have his wife in the background. So he better not. But I ain't going to do it. Because I'm like, they stupid. How you going to make a TikTok talk about another woman? And, So, and then there was another lady with blue hair. And she was like, it's your fault. You made them decisions. You got to live with them decisions. I started to say, ma'am, the only decision you need to be worried about is all that paneling in the background. That lets me know that we are not in the same. We are not the same. But I said, I ain't going to do that video either. I ain't going to do it. But I left that comment just in case she double back. So it's in her best interest not to double back either. Because I'm going to be like, ma'am, this you. Is this you talking to me? One of my checks is probably more than every check you get this month and next month. We don't want to have these conversations. Popcorn, ceiling, paneling on the wall, carpet from the 70s, some shag carpet. Ma'am, I'm going to need you to calm down and get back in your tax bracket. You gotta play. What do I do for a living? I have my own company. I have I have two. I have a home fragrance company, Southern Elegance Candle Company, and then I have Road to Revenue, which is a consulting business for other small businesses that are looking to scale. So, honey, I'm petty. I am petty. They be in the comments talking about you petty. You ain't have to do this. I'd be like, oh, I'm petty. I said I'm petty. I done made videos saying I'm petty. and I respond to passive aggressive with aggressive aggressive. You passive aggressive, I'm aggressive aggressive. So I'm just saying, I'm extra petty. And somebody said, not in your league, fix your crown. Honey, I'm going to beat them with the crown. I'm going to take the crown off and smack them upside the head. I'm from the hood. And it come out. It will come out. And I'd be like, come on. Pull up on me. I was going to do a video because somebody was saying what they were going to do to me. I did a video and it's like, pull up on me. Found that little boy. I had to go back to about 12 or 2013 to find that video. Pull up on me. Pull up on me. Pull up on me. Pull up on me. Y'all know what I'm talking about. So I'll be like, I'm about it. So I'm definitely, I try to get on here and act like I got some sense so that I don't get banned and all of that. But at the end of the day, how old is my son? He's 12. At the end of the day, I'm hood and I don't care about cussing somebody out. I done been called unprofessional so many times on this app. Fat, ugly, angry, bitter. So I mean, I do not care about all of those all of those monikers that a certain group of people like to put on me. So I've been threatened to all kinds of stuff on this app. So I never leave home without all 9 of my friends. Me and all 9 of my friends. Everywhere I travel, my 9 friends travel with me, and they're usually some hollow things that travel with me. So yeah, me and my 9 friends and their little hollow friends. So I'm just saying, all the time. So, or either my 9 friends are coming with me or my 38 friends are coming with me. One of the two coming with me. 9 or 38. It just depends on how I'm feeling. So what did you miss? We are talking about the video that I made. Somebody said it's got like 107,000 views right now, where I'm talking about how a woman should not put her your 38 friends stay ready to travel. Hold on one second. I never, even when I'm sitting at home, when I'm sitting at home, okay? Even when I'm sitting at home, just in case you want to kick in the dough, you gonna kick in the dough, and then I'm gonna tell you to put it right on back up, and you gonna be like, ma'am, let me see how. You got an extra screwdriver, because I need to put these screws back, just in case. You can kick it in, but you're gonna put it right back up, because these hot balls are gonna be falling everywhere. You're gonna be like, ma'am, wrong house. Okay. So, but that's what TikTok taught me. I need to do a whole series about what TikTok taught me. And that's one of the things TikTok taught me. TikTok taught me to have 9 friends, have 38 friends. Keep your friends close at all times. One of my friends sleep on my nightstand. We all ready. Okay? We all ready. So anyway, that's what TikTok taught me. I was out practicing today. Somebody took me to the range and didn't know. They just didn't know what was about to happen. I said, wait a minute, I need my eyes. I can't figure out which eye to look out of. And then when I started knocking over some cans, everybody was turning around like, wait a minute. what happened here? Oh yeah. This not my first time. This not my first time. That's what happened. Everybody was turning around looking like, wait a minute. Because I was like, oh, I don't know if I could do this. I don't know. What should I point at? What should I look at? I don't know which eye I'm going to pow. Everything falling over. Cans falling, because they had set up a bunch of cans. Cans falling over everywhere. Oh, okay. Long as we all know. Long as we know what's up. Do you date yet? Do I date? Shit. He was in the streets. I was in the streets. I won't. What? I was not sitting around waiting. Come on now. When he hit the streets, I told him, I said, you should have told me we were in the streets. We could have all just been in the streets. Like, what the rule is, you cheat, I cheat. You should have just told me the rules, and then we could have just followed the same rules. I just didn't know what the rules were, and since we don't have the same rules, I can't be in this relationship. But you in the streets, you just should have told me. I didn't know that we were in the streets. So he hit the streets, I hit the streets. As soon as I figured out he was dating, shit, I was dating. We all dating now. Hell, what you mean? I done made a video talking about that little young dude that I was dating. I was 49 at the time when I went through my divorce. My first boyfriend was 39. What? 30 hit different than 50. That's what I learned. TikTok taught me 30 hit different than 50. Let me tell y'all that. So I quickly got over my ex. I said, oh, I'm having fun. So we Cheetos. Oh, girl, I love that. You cheat? I cheat. We Cheetos. Okay? So I'm just saying, I wasn't sitting at home twiddling my thumbs. Um, I thought about buying one. I definitely recommend it. Girl, I'm too scared to keep it under the pillow because I'd be afraid that uh, I might not wake up. So I don't keep it that close. 53. Girl, I learned a valuable lesson. So anytime you be married an extended amount of time, you really do become used to each other. It's just how it is. Unless you're working really hard at keeping things spiced up, it's gonna get kind of boring. And then when you are in the streets, like, it's different. So I learned my lesson because I lost my mind. I fell in love. I was like, I think I love him. Like, I didn't know. Like, I had forgot. Like, I forgot what it is. It's different in your 50s than it is in your 30s. So I didn't know how to manage my emotions. I ain't know nothing. I just was like, this is the best ever. Like, it really wasn't, but it had just been a long time since it was different. And I was like, God, James, shut up, talking about he had the meats. I was just like, oh my God, this is amazing. And so me and that guy, we still like talk occasionally. It was a really good experience for me. Like, I really enjoyed myself. So yeah, and we did that for about a year and a half. And then I had met another little young thing, and I was double dipping. I had two of them for about a year. I saw both of them. They lived. One of them was in North Carolina. The other one was in South Carolina. And I had a ball. I just had a ball. I have thoroughly enjoyed my single time. I have thoroughly enjoyed my single time. I have no regrets. Let me see. Do I have any? I have one regret. I dated one guy that I was like, I probably should not have dated him. I have one regret. Still a nice guy, but just. But I have no regrets about anything. And quiet as it's kept, I've said this before. I'll say it on the live. I don't ever talk about it on the main page. But I got a little sneaky link that I am thoroughly enjoying him. So I guess I have. Somebody said used to go plinkling in the middle of the desert years ago. I don't know what that is. Go get yourself some more sunshine. The sun feels good on the skin. Okay, now Queen Honey. So you better let them know it just gets better with age, like fine wine. That. I'm gonna tell you this. This is the rub. The gag is that women age and the whole outlasts the pole. The whole outlasts the pole. So as we age, the hole is still there, and the pole has broke down. It's weathered, and it's not standing strong anymore. We were talking about trees the other day. So them little young, hey, from Atlanta. So them little young ones are like not red. What do you call them trees that grow out in California? Is it red oaks? Is that what they are? What are them trees that grow in California? I ain't never been to California, but they got them gigantic trees. Redwoods, that's what it is. So you got them redwoods. So when they down in their 30s, they like redwoods. You know what I'm saying? Like, they just majestic. You show up and you're just like, ooh. That's how they are in their 30s. You know what I'm saying? And then when they hit their 40s, they like oak trees. That, they pretty sturdy. They still pretty sturdy. And then when they get in their 50s and 60s, it's a whole bunch of weeping willows, just weeping willows. So that's what really the problem is. So you don't see very many, redwoods in their 60s, 50s and 60s. Very few, They're like goddamn the pot of gold at the end of a rainbow. They're mythical creatures is what they are. So that's the problem. So the one that I have regrets that I said is a nice guy, he was a weeping willow. The wind blew Everything, whoo, blue. So I was like, this is a waste of my time. So that is what the problem is. That is the only thing that I have noticed. So you say too much for true stop. Girl, that's what happened. Weeping willows and they 50. So, and them redwoods, I got myself a 50-year-old red one. Honey, you better, it's a pot of gold. It's like the goose that laid the golden egg. You better protect it, put it in a cage. I'm telling you. ED and that sugar, when I meet old men, I swear I asked them, that side tooth missing is the truth. It's the truth. I drink coffee every day. And my teeth still look like this. I'm just like, come on now. They could do better than what they do. But I asked, I'll be like, baby, how's your sugar? You're not on no insulin or nothing. Because if they sugar bad, that means everything bad. If they sugar bad, everything bad. They about to start missing toes, and once they start with the toe, the foot is next. The next thing you know, it's up by the knee, and they in a damn wheelchair, and now you a nurse. So I be asking about their sugar, so I can kind of anticipate what's coming. They sugar bad at 50, we don't have anything in common. Your pressure high at 50, we don't have anything in common. We can be, he could be sent from God, and I just have to show up at the pearly gates and be like, sir, you should have lowered his pressure, because I cannot. I'm a heathen, and I'm gonna do some fornicating, and so I'm gonna need his pressure to be. We're gonna have to kick them tires. That's what we're gonna have to do. See how well they're inflated. Because if we kick them and they thumping, thump, thump, thump. You driving, and you know how you drive and the tire flat and it's bloop, 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 bloop. Like, if that's what we dealing with, like, I don't want to be a part of that. I'm going to just have to let him, do what he do with somebody else with a little bit more patience and time than what I got. So I'm just saying, I'm gonna, I tell this story all the time. This is the real deal. I'm 52. I show up looking like 52. I got on ripped jeans today, boobs out. Like I'm showing up like what that mouth do. That's how I'm showing up. And send me a pic. I need to see what it look like. All them 30-day and 90-day rules, I ain't got time for that. I'm 52. You think I'm waiting 90 days to find out it don't work? What? That is not gonna happen. I might have done that in my 20s when I had a whole bunch of them in rotation. So everybody 90 days hitting after 30 days. So every 30 days, it's somebody new until I find the one that I like. So I might do that in my 20s where you 3 of y'all in rotation. So I'm good. But in my 50s, I don't have the energy to do all of that. And so I need to know up front, baby, what's happening. What is happening? I need to know up front. And if nothing's happening, that's fine, but you're going to have to go get you an old church lady and do nothing with her. So I'm just saying, that's so that when I said, my story is not a sad tale, I was not joking. Like, this is just what happened to the marriage. This is not my whole life. Like, my life is not over. The marriage is over, but my life, oh, baby. If I told half the stuff I did on TikTok, I'd have 1 million followers. Actually, I'd be banned. TikTok be like, ma'am, we can't let you be on this app telling these stories. Girl, a jump start. I know, right? What do you call them? What do you call that thing? A jump box. Is that what you call it? That you can carry it around just in case you need to jump on your car? Is it called a jump box? Hey, hey, MJ. Is that what it's called? Because some men need that, It's like they need that honey. I think I had a pack of honey around here somewhere. That honey that you get in the gas station, the rhinos, the honey. Oh, I was looking for these earrings. Not the jumper cables, baby. They got the whole thing that's like a little box. It's like a little box. And it has jumper cables in it. And you carry it with you. And you can jump your own car. So you can just like start your own car. It's like Viagra for your car. So some of these men, they be walking around. They be needing all kinds of honey, Cialis, rhinos, elephants, and everything else. and to get that thing started. So if we got to do all of that to get the car cranked, to get the car crunk, like, I don't want that car. That car too old for me. I drive a Jag. I just get in it. I don't even tell. I just stand near it with the key, and the shit gonna start. Like, that's what I need. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't need somebody talking about touch it, something. All I want to do is look at it. If I'm looking at it and it ain't doing nothing, then we not compatible. That's all I'm saying. Cause with my car, I just stand near it and crank it up. Shit, stand near the shit started. I need my man to be the same goddamn way. If I got to sit down and pump the brakes and give it a little gas to get it started and put the key in and do all of that, pump and give it a little bit more gas. If I gotta do all of that to get the car started, I don't want that car. That's not a car for me. I don't want that one. I'm just saying. So that's how a lot of men are, cause you lazy. I'm gonna go ahead and block you so that you don't ever have to worry about seeing any of this. Because if you saying that I'm lazy, that means you need a whole lot of work. Because you speaking from experience at this point. If you calling me lazy, that means that you mad that somebody don't want to put that work in for you. That's all that means. So I'm just saying. So we're going to block you so you not triggered, and then you be done reported my live because you sitting over there mad and in your feelings because you already done took your little honey for the night and you on Tinder swiping trying to find somebody. So we just going to go ahead, block him so I don't get banned, because I like popping on here every now and then talking a little trash. He blocked. Block game is strong. That's why I be blocking them in my comments. I'm like, I'm not arguing with y'all because TikTok not banning me. I had to learn the rules. I had to learn how to back up. Beep, beep, backing it up. Honey, you block. You don't ever have to worry about seeing this content again. You don't ever have to worry about calling me lazy. You don't ever have to worry about that. I'm never going to trigger you again and remind you of that one time when she didn't want to put in the work and start that car up. She ain't giving enough gas. Y'all know what I'm talking about, because most of y'all in here that had one of them cars where you had to give it a little bit of gas to get it start turning a little bit. Do I regret the path? Hell no. Do I sound like or look like I have regrets in life? I run a multi-million-dollar company. I just started a consulting company. I look good for my age because I took care of myself. I got more degrees than the average person. My ex-husband sent me my check on the 1st and the damn 15th. Hell, one of the checks is more than most of y'all make because I married a smart motherfucker. What? Hell no. And I can date the son, the daddy, the granddaddy. Hell, I went and saw a great granddaddy was looking at me today at the restaurant. He was looking at this juicy booty, and I wouldn't tell him, sir, you would die. You would die. You would touch it and die. So just eat your little gum, your grits over there, because this is gonna kill you. Okay? I have absolutely no regrets about anything. I was drawn to you. Do you care for a reading? Ma'am, we're going to block you too. We're going to block her, and then I'm going to tell you why. I can't talk trash about them until I block them. So Cynthia's blocked. No, I don't need no damn reading from no damn random ass tarot reader on the damn internet, because I don't know nothing about these motherfuckers. They be done sent some voodoo devil shit my way, and the next thing I know, I be bankrupt in dust. I'll have some dust, and right now everything's an ocean, and everything will be done dried up, and then I'll be on here, they talking about me the same way I'm talking about them. So no tarot readings from randoms on TikTok, because you have my coochie dried up. So I'm gonna pass, because I don't know, what kind of negative energy you sending. You might be a hater. So I'm gonna just pass. TikTok taught me not to get random tarot readers your energy, because I don't know what kind of energy they come in. Next time y'all see me, I'll be looking like a damn a wish dried up. I'm looking like wrinkled up, and you'd be like, what happened? I'd be like, I got a tarot reading, and she sent some bad mojo my way. So yeah, we not doing that, and we sucking the life out of me, honey. I need all this energy. I'm trying to do another 52 years. Your side, that's right. I show up, y'all be like, "What happened to your tooth?" I be like, "I don't know. They be yellow. Look how white these teeth are. Coffee every day. They just bling bling, and I'm shocked at how white they are. I'm like, shit. I'm wondering how people teeth go yellow. That's what I want to know. Hell, well, I brush every morning with baking soda and hydrogen peroxide every morning, because I'm like, I am not gonna walk around here with no teeth the same color as my shirt. What I look like, brown? I'm brown skin and my teeth brown skin. We are not doing that. So every morning, hydrogen peroxide, baking soda. I got that from my daddy, and I make sure all my teeth are in. These are mine. So they ain't straight, but they in my mouth, so I don't have to take them out, put them beside the counter. That's another thing I ask them. Are all those teeth yours, or do any of them come out? Do they come out? That's another question you have to ask old men, because some of them are theirs and some of them ain't. Now this is not my hair. This is not my hair. This is the only thing. This is a drawstring ponytail. But other than that, everything real. Everything real. So I take this off at night. This is the only thing that I take off at night. I'm not taking out no teeth and nothing else. Anyway, I just wanted to get on here because I swear I was reading them comments and people were just like, I said, I know that their comprehension skills cannot possibly be this low, but their comprehension skills are exactly that low. I'm like, this is not, I was trying to figure out how they thought it was a sad story. I'm like, this is not a sad story. This is just a story of what happened. Lord, it's at 116,000 views. So 10,000 people done watched it in the little bit of time that I have been on this live. So I don't even know, 30 minutes, 10,000 people done watched that video. I'm just saying. I should have been trying to sell something. I need to learn how to monetize this damn TikTok. Make me some money. I'm going to have to go through, look at the comments. And I know it's another 100 angry men in my comments. I don't know what they're angry about. I just said, just tell a woman, just don't put your whole life on hold for a man. That's all the video is about. I don't know how anyone would be angry about that. The women should be like, thank you for the information. And the men should be like, you're right. So just like when I shared a story or when I ran away, they mad about the truth. I think that is really what it is. I think that a lot of people have had a fairy tale about how being married is. And so when a woman comes on and says, hey, this is not true. This is not true. This is not how it is. Let me tell you how it really is and how you need to protect yourself so you're not trapped in it. That's the first thing. So people get upset about that. The second thing is they want women to just fall apart when their marriage falls apart. So many men have come into my comments and been like, you are not happy. And I'm like, what part of this looks not happy? Like, what part of this looks not happy? Like, when you look at my content, like, what part of it says not happy? Half the time I'm on here, especially if you catch me on a live, cracking jokes and telling stories and having a good time. So I'm like, how can you get not happy from anything that I'm doing? But I think that they really want you to fall apart when the marriage falls apart, especially if you are 50 plus. So if you're in your 50s, like, you're just supposed to spend the rest of your life twiddling your thumbs and being sad that your man didn't want you anymore because you done hit the proverbial wall. And it's not true, because as long as a woman got tits and the two things, T and A, then they'll be fine. There is a man out there that you can find a man. I tell people all the time. My daddy told me. When I tell him my daddy's story, the conversation is off the rails. But my daddy said you can find a man quicker than you can find a meal. You can find a man quicker than you can find a meal, because a meal costs money and men are handing out that stuff for free. So I'm just saying, So men like to pretend that men don't be out in the world menning. Men do what men do. I don't care if that man 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. They gon' give that thing away. They giving it away. Like they giving it away like eggplant lasagna is on everybody's menu. Hell, I'm not a fucking vegetarian. I don't want that shit. But they be handing out that little eggplant like it's something special. Like it's a damn what do you call a delicatessen? Is that the word I'm looking for? I don't even eat exotic food. I live in the country, so I don't even know the right word to use. But that's how they be handing out eggplant like it's a exotic fruit or something. Sir, that is not anything special. That is not any delicacy. That's the word I'm looking for. Delicacy. They be handing out that eggplant like it's a delicacy. Like I can't grow it in my backyard with some seeds from Walmart. Sir, that is nothing special. That is nothing special. Just keep that thing to yourself. But they want to give it out free. And men want to act like men don't do that. And I'm just like, this is exactly what you do. You know, it is your little eggplant. You know, they sell them seeds at Walmart. I can get that thing on any day, anyway. And then if I want a fake one, I can go to Priscilla's or Adam and Eve and buy a fake one. And we can just have fake eggplants everywhere. I mean, it just all depends. I can have young eggplants, and you know, I can have old eggplants. The old ones are all dried up and wrinkly, and it don't taste good. But you know, they're there if nothing else. You know what I'm saying? You can't find what you want. You know, you can have that. That's right. We can plant some roses. We can have all kinds. They got all kinds of roses now. You know, all kinds of roses that do all kinds of things. So if we don't want, the vegetables, the eggplants growing, we can plant the roses and have just as good of a time. Probably have a better time with the roses because, they're fragrant and they do all kinds of things and they're really pretty. And so you can have more fun. And then you don't have to worry about, you don't have to worry about watering the eggplant. You don't have to worry about, how the eggplant tastes or if the eggplant is going to be hard enough, you don't have to worry about those things with the roses. I'm just saying the roses are beautiful. That is correct. Yes, you can have a better time with the roses. They're much prettier and nicer to be with sometimes with the roses. Yes. If you have a weeping willow, you can. That's right. You got the weeping willow in your front yard and you're looking at that thing like, oh my God. Ugh. And then you look over at your roses and you be like, they're so pretty. I think I'm gonna just, snip me some roses tonight. And we're going to go with the roses tonight. So I'm just saying, you don't have to worry about catching any of the alphabets. That's right. No, you don't have to worry about catching any of the alphabets with the rose. Because believe it or not, some of them eggplants come with aphids, the little bugs and shit that be on plants, and then you got to spray the shit and get rid of it. Even the old eggplants, you would think that they would know better, but they come with bugs too, all kinds of diseases and stuff on those eggplants. So you have to be careful, and you have to have all of the right protection and gear and stuff to keep the eggplant alive. And sometimes it ain't even worth it. You do all that work and then, you snip it. And then the next thing you know, 5 seconds later, the eggplant died. And you just be like, what happened? I thought you were a good, hearty, I warded you. I talked to you, right? I put you in the sun. I did everything I was supposed to do. I put in all the work that you asked for. And then I snipped you off of the vine, and 5 seconds later, you're dead. You're dead. It's over. And then you looking outside at your rose bush like, baby, I should have just came out here and watered you. I should have just took care of you. I should have talked to you. I mean, that's just what happens sometimes. Sometimes the eggplant just die on its own. It just be dead. The eggplant just die. You just be like, what happened, baby? Hell, sometimes it show up dead. It's just... you just have to bury it and start all over with new seeds. I'm just saying, I feel sorry for the people that just joined the conversation. They're like, what the hell are they talking about? Vegetables and flowers? What in the world are they discussing? I threw out my eggplant for a red rose, honey. Let me. Whew, I ain't even gonna lie. I am not gonna lie. I got a redwood. I got a redwood, and it just. I don't need no roses. I don't need no eggplants. If I get that redwood, it be days before I even think about any other plants or shit. I don't be thinking about nothing, actually. I just have to lay in bed and recuperate because my neck and my back, everything, it's like a hike through the damn redwood forest. I just be like, okay, I'm going to have to sit down for a little while and recuperate. I'm too old for this. So, yeah. I'm just saying. Oh Lord, I gotta go. I turned the redwood up and I gotta go. Y'all have a good night. Oh shit. I hung up on the wrong motherfuckers. That's what happened when you get that. See, that's what happened. I'm trying to hang up on you motherfuckers. And now I got to call the redwood back. Goodbye. Y'all have a good night. Jesus Christ.